Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Gibson. I want to share with you my strategic plan, presentation on the Emergency Preparedness Initiative for Delta State University. Over the course of time, universities have undergone active shooting incidents that has been detrimental to law enforcement and society as a whole. There needs to be a plan of action to face issues like this so law enforcement could be readily prepared to face these unforeseen dangers. Universities across the nation are looking for ways to better equip themselves and better train themselves to be ready. I want to focus on the local university of trying to enhance its preparedness and readiness. The mission of the Delta State University Police Department is to preserve the community peace, make communication transparent externally and internally, expand the educational process to be easily achieved without fear of lack of security and a safe environment, and to continue to look for innovative, cutting-edge ways of improving technological advances. The goals of the Delta State University Police Department are to foster a learning environment that is conducive to the educational process, enhance its capabilities through training, awareness, and social interactions, engage effectively and sufficiently with stakeholders, evaluate all services being rendered on a day-to-day basis for long-term success, to decrease crime by at least 5%, to increase revenue by 3%, to increase the morale of the police department and the community as a whole by at least 75%, increase social awareness by effective communication, and to sustain and retain a positive environment. I have developed a strategic plan for us to have a direction or mechanism of what to do in a crisis like an active shooter incident or any other unforeseen danger. And also, I want to dedicate those duties down to management in order to make sure everything is done successfully and effectively. I have implemented a SWOT analysis to determine the university's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. One weakness we know is that every officer needs to be trained in active shooting and crime scene investigation and crime scene processing. Next, I implemented a strategic map to determine all stakeholders that will be involved to make sure the strategic plan is being measured more efficiently and effectively. The strategic map will improve the personnel readiness by implementing a growth strategy through financial perspective, customer perspective, internal perspective, and also learning perspective. And next, I will implement a strategic action plan. First, we will incorporate our contingency plan to focus on alerting the campus community on what to do in case of an unforeseen event that is naturally or domestically caused. The plan will give instructions on shelter locations, counselors, emergency numbers, recovery information, etc. Secondly, we will implement our crisis management plan. This plan will consist of prevention, recovery, response, and preparedness. Next, we will implement a strategic communications plan. Now, communication plays a critical role in our life as people interchange their ideals, information, and opinions. During the incident, there were communication failure at Delta State University, for which the frequency was no one was on the same frequency. So to eliminate this problem, we had to all just work on one accord and get each other frequencies and communicate more and better with each other. Also, no one person would be able to just have one frequency on his own. Everybody would be just having the same information, same line of communication, and also we'll be able to exchange numbers and emails or whatever else with each other. And next, sustainability and retention plan. The contingency plan will be revisited annually for improvement and necessary changes. By keeping an annual inventory of all equipment, by using equipment for training in real-life issues such as drills and mock scenes. By the financial relief of acquiring grants to help pay for continuation of training and to a purchase of equipment. By keeping all the equipment and data up to standards. By always considering a needs assessment tool to know the university's strengths and weaknesses. And lastly, I will implement for the university evaluation plan. I want to introduce the performance appraisal evaluation method to Delta State University to measure the success of the organization to transition it into a better and more productive entity. This method would help me to keep up with issues that is not working and also what is working. It will measure the quality and the quantity of services being rendered to the community as a whole. It would also help me to systematically collect data and analysis it to improve the organization. The performance appraisal would also help in the hiring process as well. The employee will also be measured by a rating scale through communication skills, public relations skills, and job performance skills through the performance appraisal evaluation tool. I would incorporate the management by objectives process to manage and evaluate the employees and the campus community. This consists of organization goals as defined, are defined. Employees' objectives are defined. Continuous monitoring of performance. Employees' performance is reviewed by superior. Superiors give feedback to subordinates on a regular basis. And performance is evaluated. And last, reward is given where merit. Everybody like to be rewarded. Counseling is given where performance is below average. So that is my plan in my presentation for helping Delta State University. Thank you for giving an attentive ear to this presentation. That concludes the Delta State University Preparedness Initiative. Are there any questions or concerns?
No questions.
Thank you so much.